Habari. Wote. Habari. Salama salama. Marekani. How are you? Habari yako? Salama baridi boss. Mwangi kutoka Baltimore. Mwangi habari ya Baltimore. Mwangi kutoka Baltimore. Mwangi ni Kede Nyoro. Karibu hapa. How are you?
Karibu mheshimiwa. Karibu. Karibu mheshimiwa. Karibu mheshimiwa.
We are just over there because most of the time we use Kiswahili and English in our church because of some of our parents. I say this. We have been here. Our church is called Tumaini Baptist Church. We have always been on the radio, and I'm the CEO.
We are hustling. Hustling. And I want to demystify something. The media was saying that, oh, Deputy President is going to America. Why, how come, hakuenda na mama mboga? We are the mama mbogas. We are the ones. The reason why, Bwana Deputy President, I tell you we are hustlers. Some people here, they have 3 jobs. We have houses, we have apartments or houses, but you don't sleep in them. 2 hours, umetoka. 2 hours, you are out. We are hustling for your country. Mr. Deputy President, the diaspora, we do a lot. We send money home. Every day, even just 30 minutes ago, I send money. Situnatuma, we send every day. In America, people are paid either twice or every week. I get paid every, like today, I think, yeah, today, it came in. So what we do every time we receive money, Bwana Deputy President, our families, our economy, it goes there. And it is so sad that nothing happens. The government doesn't notice that. And that's why we are here to tell you that, Bwana Deputy President, our voices must be heard this time. We also create businesses. We have people here, they have their businesses back home. They bottom up. I can tell you, I have a sister. She lives in Joska. She has a small business. I support her. She takes care of her. And that is just an example. We are building small businesses. And when you mention bottom up, Bwana Deputy President, we know it all. They call us. Mafuta ya pikipiki imeishia hapa. Yeah? Niko na mteja. Tuma kitu niongeze mafuta nifikishe mteja nyumbani. We do that all the time, Bwana Deputy President. Last year, Bwana Deputy President, we sent 3.7 billion US dollars. That is an equivalent to almost 400 billion Kenya shillings back home. 2020, we did the same. 2019, we did the same. The curve has been going high every year. Last month alone, the recent data I have, we sent 334 million Kenya shillings. Yeah, US dollars. Sorry for that. Back home. So the reason I'm saying our voices must be heard, we are participating. We are doing it every day. We are going to vote for the first time. America, Canada, the diaspora, I think we have at least 12 countries. But we are disappointed because the voting is not going to happen, like the numbers are not going to be so huge.
I think if we are going to take seriously the contribution, the resources you people are presenting, in the next regime, because we will be majority, we will have the president, but we'll have majority in both houses, I think we need to establish a committee of parliament that is diaspora-only committee. That will be separate from the traditional foreign relations committee. This one will just focus on concerns of Kenyans, not forget about the relationship we have with other countries, but Kenyans who are living in diaspora. And I think that is my commitment, because I suspect I'll be elected back to the Senate, that I will push for Senate to have a committee on diaspora and for also National Assembly. So that's beyond a caucus. It is funded by the Parliament to focus on issues of diaspora and report to Parliament continuously to ensure that government has put in place the bills, but also oversighted every ministry that comes to answer on questions of diaspora.
And we also say there must be etiquette and rules around the economy that are fair, that guarantee fairness for everybody, hence haki na usawa from Ford Kenya. So why would we want to walk different paths? So on the 23rd of January this year, we decided that let us create the earthquake. By coming together. And we were deeply honored that in the midst of the process of political exclusion, we were inspired by the issues that I've talked about, and indeed by God. And we said, let us do the unexpected, the unthinkable. So when everybody was saying that Ruto must be isolated, Ruto must be kept far, Ruto is the one who must be stopped in his tracks for whatever he's interested in, we decided to say, under the circumstances, where is the voice of God? And the voice of God usually comes through a message that says, it is time to get together and pull together and fight that which does not make sense, both to him and to the people here. Nobody should choose our friends. And nobody should create enemies for us. And nobody should assume that his enemies are my enemies, or my enemies are your enemies. Kenya Kwanza. We are here because we believe that we do not want leadership imposed on us. We don't want leadership imposed on us. We don't want puppet regimes. We don't want people who, upon realizing that their term has come to an end, do not want to go, but they want to continue sitting on our heads through puppets. No, 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 no. We are not going to allow that to happen. Hence, Kenya Kwanza. Let me also thank the diaspora. You guys, thank you Because in the middle of this crisis, when the economy is having its pressures, yes, we need the infrastructure, we need everything, but without pesa mfukoni, na chakula kwa meza, na mtoto kwa shule, na dawa hospitali, na gas ya kupika kwa bei nafuu, then we are not doing well. But why do I want to thank you specifically? Because if the young man who has done an excellent presentation here was to say that for some reason that the diaspora wamefunga mifereji and they're not sending anything home, can you just imagine what would happen to the shilling against the hard currencies? These are extraordinary times, ladies and gentlemen. Indeed, very extraordinary times. We have seen things that are not normal. We have seen serious political exclusion, and we have seen growing economic exclusion. The agenda for UDA has been, how do you tackle both political and economic exclusion? Hence, the bottom-up philosophy. We have been at the center of saying our biggest challenge remains the economy. When you cannot have an economy that works for all, and an economy that puts resources and money into the pockets of those who are sweating for it, then we are in trouble. Hence, uchumi bora na pesa mfukoni.
Well, thank you very much for helping me from the onslaught on the people who are asking why we left the hustlers in Nairobi, why we didn't come with the Mama Mboga, and why we didn't come with the Boda guys. Thank you very much, because you have answered them, that you have more serious hustlers. The people who are hustling 18 hours, maybe 20 hours every day, and that you have only 2 hours in the house. So we didn't have to carry the hustlers from Nairobi, because they are already plenty in the US. It is very important that all of us be deliberate about the choices that we are going to make, and listen to all of us so that you can make the right choice. So on the ballot is whether we move forward, complete the implementation of the Constitution and make progress, or we engage the reverse gear and go back to an imperial presidency. On the ballot is whether we continue trickle down that creates exclusion, or we engage in bottom up that creates inclusion. On the ballot is whether we end up with a universal health coverage or not. On the ballot is whether we have investments in agriculture, improve the productivity of our farmers or not. On the ballot is whether the lady you said works in Joska, my good friend Danso, whether they have access to credit to do their business, and whether there is a regime, a legal regime that protects their business, and whether they have the environment to do their business or not. So these are the reasons why we believe that we have an opportunity to work with the diaspora to fashion a Kenya that leaves nobody behind, and a Kenya that is inclusive both politically and economically. And as I speak to these issues, I am acutely aware that the diaspora has been the largest contributor to our foreign exchange reserves and the progress, the economic progress of our country. I am so aware, and our team is so clear on the kind of engagement and the level of engagement that is required for us to tap into the huge resource that exists in our diaspora. Many of you send money to Kenya to look after your folks' medical needs. We believe that you will achieve that better if every citizen has a universal health coverage, his own universal health insurance. As part of the Kenya Kwanza economic plan, you will be able to buy a house without the vagaries of your relatives or friends taking advantage of you, in a much more predictable, in a much more organized, and in a way that is also cheaper for you, because you don't have to supervise it this way or that. So we will make specific packages available to people in the diaspora, because we realize the critical position you play in our economy, but we also realize that you cannot be in Kenya to be able to take care of your investments. And therefore, specific packages are going to be made so that you can play your role and your contribution to the economy of our country can also be meaningful to both yourselves and the people back at home. I want to tell you, I know Kenyans out here are concerned about the elections. Let me give you our undertaking that we will do our part to ensure that we have free, fair, and peaceful elections. We will have peaceful elections if our friends commit that they will accept the results and the outcome of the elections and accept the will of the people of Kenya to prevail.